push, become a a CEO of a brand, and but a lot of people, I guess, because it was so easy to join, didn't really take
Respect it.
yeah, they didn't take the benefits that was coming with it.
Absolutely.
So we got people in Miami, different states.
Yeah, because I see you everywhere.
Oh yeah. So we
You
got
touch the bar in every state.
yeah, got to. It's only right because we're just trying to build a whole community. Because you got the people that are rip right, and then you got the people that are the rip right community, the ones that just support us. Maybe some of them don't even work out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. It's just there for you. That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So you was born in Miami?
Yeah, I was born in Miami. I left when I was around like 3, 4, Jackson Memorial Hospital. And I just recently been back when I was about 30, 32, 33. That was like my first time back in Florida. And then, yeah, so, after all of that time, so that's, yeah, so it was a beautiful thing when I.
You seen people like,
Nah, I don't remember,
okay.
but I still got family down there for Lauderdale, all different places, So yeah, it's dope, Pompano.
So when you came here, you came Flatbush.
Yeah, Flatbush, East Flatbush, 1212 Ocean Ave, 17 Kenilworth Place, Lincoln Road in Flatbush, LRP, Lincoln Road Posse, way back, Jamie and all of them, JT, you know what I'm saying, that just died. Then we kind of like moved closer, like East 55th, right across the street by H Park, you know what I'm saying, the whole KC1 originated, Capone and all of them, way back by the Jets, Glamour Projects, went to South Shore, then moved a little bit further down to, like Mill Basin, Georgetown area.
Mm-hmm. So, you stated in one of the interviews that, you growing up in that neighborhood on Lennox Road, you said you used to be over there. It was kind of, the experiences was crazy.
It was crazy. Like you would see, it's bloodshed. And that's what I mentioned, like the dude that got shot, just recently, from the dude that was dressed like a Jew. Yeah, that was JT. You know what I'm saying? Like he raised us when we was young over there. So they stabbing people up broad daylight. You know, seeing dude get stabbed in his neck, dude running. But I was young. I was young at that time.
What age?
Man, probably like 10, a little bit younger. You know what I'm saying? But just outside on the block. And they just recently, not recent, but had an indictment over there, Manny, Tebow, and all of them. So seeing all of that, then growing up, Yardman, so family, everybody selling herb, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, you Jamaican?
Yeah, so, family selling herb, you know what I'm saying? Everybody but my mom's is doing the wrong thing, you know what I'm saying? So you seeing my step pops, 12, 13 pounds in the crib, having me count money at that age. But not realizing that leaves an impression on a kid, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just grew up in that kind of environment, but it's not like, I seen worse,
Yeah, absolutely. You had your pops and all that?
Nah, my pops was actually, he got dipped. He got dipped when I was young, you know what I'm saying, and went back to Jamaica. So when I was around like 13, 14, we used to just keep going back and forth to Jamaica until they murdered him down there, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, they murdered?
Yeah, much love, man. But they killed him down there because he was a big time gunman at one time, and then decided to bury the guns. That's a whole nother, yeah, because my family and they wrote a little book on my pops and his brother.
What was his name?
Rock Eye. They call him Tone. Yeah, Anthony. I don't really mention it too much because he was killing dudes. Like I was trying to do something for my YouTube to have my mom kind of like really go into some detail, but she's like, she don't want to stir the pot because one time I'm in the park working out, I see a Jamaican dude. I'm like, oh, you Jordy? He like, yeah, I'm Jamaican. I'm like, oh, cool, yeah. My pop's Big Nizzy, and he was like, you heard? He's like, yeah, he killed a dude in '99 named such and such, and named the dude. Yeah, right there, broad daylight on the bush, blah 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I can't even really get into because that might stir the pot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And so when he got dipped, he was down there for a little minute. My brother started getting guns down there. My pops wasn't really, they got it.
So you would say,
yeah, product of the environment.
Man. Yeah, man. So you said, you stated you was in gangs before. You was in
Yeah, so the only gang that I was ever in was BMW, cause I'm not, yeah, I was Brooklyn Most Wanted.
Oh.
So this came about like man, late '80s. It was like the low lives. Then they became the Ralphie kids. Then the Ralphie kids like became BMW. So all them dudes on 52nd and Clarkson, the '90s, that area. Once one of the big bros from that area came to my spot, I wasn't really jacking the Crips. You know what I'm saying? Too much, because that's all that was in my neighborhood. So I always wanted to be different. You feel what I'm saying? So I used to be on blood timing, just cause. I grew up with all y'all and y'all turned Crip. I'm mad. That's a Cali gang. You know what I'm saying? So I'm rocking red every day, and then like BMW came, and then I just became B.
Went against the grain.
Yeah, that was me.
Nah, I'm like that too. I run with the underdog.
Yeah, that was me. That was me. Yeah.
So you joined the game. What would you say to like a young person, let's say that was in the same position that's growing up now, that feel like or join the game, you know, and they probably don't even want to do that.
Yeah.
But they may do it, you know, just because I don't know how your situation was. Probably was a little more aggressive.
Yeah, I was a lot.
You have kids that's like they're really not that way, but they gotta pretend. What would you tell them is the best solution?
The best solution, man, is me personally is getting around like-minded people, positive people, amongst your peers, and if they're a little bit older, somebody that can mentor you, that can steer you in the right, because it's a little different now. You got the internet, you got so many different avenues. It's no excuse on why you can't get money, why you can't join an organization that's positive. It's so many different avenues. We got a calisthenic team, yo. I feel like I want to be a part of something. There's always a way to be a part of something that's more positive. You know, because the gang route, in reality, even though the reason why many was started was on a positive note, it end up, you know, going the wrong way. You know, and that's because I know a bunch of good dudes that still, you know, repping they set. You know what I'm saying? But
what do you think it is that made it turn? Because I know I heard that, you know, like in the '60s, a lot of gangs developed in the black neighborhoods to defend themselves against whites.
Exactly. Yeah. So obviously, majority, when you start becoming a majority, for example, when I went to Rikers Island first time in 2000 and things like that, you didn't see no Crips, it was all Bloods. And it was like, if you became Blood, you were safe. And then 10 years later, 12 years later, the whole island is Blood. So now it's like, we're the majority. Who do we fight against? We started because we was being oppressed, but now we no longer oppressed. We're the majority, so we become the oppressors. So now we start banging on ourselves, banging on who we, and that's how it goes. When people become the majority and they don't have no fear in God or no understanding of the higher power, in my perspective, or no, you know, their hearts ain't really clean, that's what's gonna happen. You don't got no guidance in reality. You know what I'm saying?
Guidance is important.
Important.
Even the wisest person.
Yes.
That's a fact. So, you know, I seen you state, like, I don't know if it was the first time or one of the times you was caught with a pistol was in school. Yeah,
that was the first and the only time I was ever caught with a pistol. And I didn't do time for it. Every other time was either violence, you know, or violation, you know, something in that sort. So, go ahead.
That teacher that looked out for you, do you see him today?
It was actually a female that got the gun.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't remember her, but I know it was a female, you know. But she was at, you know, it was a couple different teachers out there, but obviously one of the teachers was racing the dude. But that was a beautiful thing, you know, because if I would have ran, they would have had to call the police, and I would have obviously went to jail.
And that's a very lucky situation.
That's a beautiful situation, but I was so ignorant that I was focusing on how can I get my gun back.
Really?
Yeah. So I brought my brother up there, and I was begging and pleading with the principal, like, yo, you know, how we gonna work this out?
All right, wait. Really?
Yeah.
So, wow. So you were serious. You were serious about this gun.
Yeah.
Was it your gun or was it?
Yeah, it was my gun.
And you went back and asked for it.
Yeah, I went back and asked for it because they was like, yo, you gotta come up here with a parent. And I was like, yo, right now my mother couldn't make it, but I could bring my brother. They was like, cool. And they was kind of acting like they was going
give it to you.
Yeah, but it was just a ploy. I'm young, I'm dumb.
So what they say to you, like, are you serious? Like, did they? What was that?
He was like, we can't give you the gun back. When I finally went up there, you know.
And you stayed in the same school.
Yeah, I stayed in the same
You
school.
were blessed man.
Yeah.
You definitely
And I was still bringing a gun to school after that. Yeah.
You brought more guns to school after?
Yeah, so because I was the only one being pat down now at this time because they had no metal detectors. So I would have to give the gun to my man. So I'm like, yo, listen, we got to meet up here every morning because I can't be without it. And then we would meet up and I would like slide it to him on a bus. And then after quite some time, they just stopped searching me. And then,
you had your gun?
yeah, so once we got into school, we go to the bathroom, he'll transfer. You know what I'm saying? And then I would leave school later on.
What was the reason? You know, I know you came up in a rough area, but did you have a lot of trouble at that time?
I just loved the guns, and I felt like it was an obligation on me to protect myself.
Okay.
You know, and I felt like, yeah, I need to protect myself. I've been shot. You know what I'm saying? I've been jumped. I've been in a lot of different situations, and I feel like I'd rather be caught with a gun
Than without it.
That was the mentality.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
But you went a little bit harder than You know, yeah. I understand. I definitely understand, man. You know, yeah. You say you do everything 110%.
That's a fact.
I see. Goddamn. There's no doubt about that. So that teacher, you don't remember her?
Don't remember her, but no, it was a female. Yeah.
So you wasn't in her class?
No, yeah, she was just outside. Yeah.
Yo, shout outs to her.
Shout out to her.
She sees it. Shout out.
And shout out to the principal.
Damn. What would you say is the best solution for a young person who was like maybe feeling the same way you felt back then, that has to keep it on?
The best solution, in my opinion, is doing it the right way. Some people don't really understand that even in New York State, there's gun laws. Mm-hmm. You can own a gun. You can possess a gun. And to get a conceal and carry is probably going to be super difficult, but it's possible. You understand what I'm saying? So I know people that's my age, younger, 18, 19, and they went and got a gun license. They went to one police plaza, purchased a gun. Got the gun mailed to their house. They go to a gun range right here on Willoughby in Bushwick.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they fired a pistol. I don't know if it's still there, but this is a reality. So if you have a crazy infatuation with pistols, turn it into a job.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You can be a gunsmith. You could go to the army if it's that serious. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know that. Or else I would have been making guns right now, building guns. I would have been gun boy. You know?
So that was your thing?
Yeah, that was my thing.
Can you remember your first pistol?
My first pistol was actually a 32. So, and I dealt this story, but online, our man got shot up for this gun. So the 32 didn't really have the spinner for it. So we would have to fire and then turn it. And then turn it, because after you fired, it didn't turn. Yeah, so we got that gun. Basically, my boys went on a robbery and beat a dude to a pulp, and he ended up having that gun on him and mad weed, and they came back to the house, and then I was like, that gun is mine, and that was it. Y'all can split up all the other stuff, but I want that gun.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, so I said you was very serious about your gun.
Yeah.
Now, today, like, that you're straight, you're not in any criminal activity, are you trying to, you probably can't, but.
I can't, yeah, because my last case was a gun case.
Yeah.
When I went to the feds.
Yeah.
Obviously, I went there to shoot a gun, thought I was legit. I'm like, I haven't touched a gun in 5 years, I'm off of parole, let's go. Went there, gave him my ID, started firing at the range. The feds came and got me 7 months later.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's called a 922G for nobody that doesn't know. If you have a case, and your case, if it holds more than a year and a day, meaning 10 cracks, if the maximum is more than a year and a day, you cook. You can't never own a gun unless you get it expunged. Even if you get 5 months or time served and you do 2 months, if the charge holds more than a year and a day, your possession.
But what charge wouldn't hold more than
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Petty larceny, maybe.
Yeah, but
things like
So,
that.
oh, they need any charge, not dealing with a gun, any charge.
Any charge.
Oh.
If it holds more than a year and a day, you can't possess a firearm.
So you talking about like a simple, like maybe argument?
Yeah,
Conduct,
yeah.
Maybe a fist fight.
Yeah, maybe a simple assault.
Damn, that's crazy. So you say you were shot. You think that changed you to make you more aggressive? Or?
Yeah, it definitely made me more aggressive. You know, once I got shot, that's when I really started playing. I got my first gun after I got shot. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you know, before that it was all, you know, fantasy.
Now when you got shot, was it coming from you or you was like?
I was just at the wrong place at the wrong time. Yeah, Flatbush, Newkirk and 25th. Some bloods over there shot me. Yeah, found out later exactly who I was. We went back through there, never found him. I went to the box in jail, found out he came to the jail, but, you know.
Did anything happen?
No, I was in the box, so they were shipping me out, but I don't think, personally, I would have did something to him.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I don't even know if he shot me. That's just what they were saying. Because it was multiple shooters.
So a bunch of people shoot.
Yeah, it was like two, three people shooting, and I got word, yo, so-and-so shot you. You know, and back...
That could be somebody using you.
Yeah, so back then, I would have did something if I would have caught him, but now it's just like...
Yeah.
You
it's
know?
over with.
Yeah.
Bygones be bygones. So you said you've done prison time. What's one of the worst days you've ever had and one of the best days?
Wow, worst days I've had in prison. I think it's when I found out my man got paralyzed. Yeah, I got shot up bad, and I cried. And you know, I was young. I was like 18 on Rikers Island, 18. That was like one of the worst days that I had, because I cried and I cried. You know, he was like my right hand, and they waited for me to get locked up. And they bust a move on him, shot him 5 times in his back, and 1 time in his stomach. They tried to shoot him in the head, but you know, it didn't work out. And he's still here, but he's not walking. So that day, it was definitely a bad day for me. One of the best days. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
I won't say there's too many best days in jail.
I would say, yeah. I would beg to differ. I had some good times. It's surprising, you know, just religiously giving sermons, having classes, you know, finding out my release date. I got accepted for the parole board. Playing basketball, winning a championship. You know, it's a lot of those times that you're kind of like, when it happens, you know, you so high off at a moment, you forget you're even in jail. Yeah, so I've had some good times, I'm not gonna lie, in prison. You know, it's not as low down all of the time. People just think you just in a hole.
Yeah, but I've heard numerous people say, you know, believe it or not, that was like kind of the best thing that ever happened.
Exactly, yeah.
I definitely heard that before. Did you did you have any problems with the COs?
Yeah, I've had a couple of different run-ins. Like I said, at my last one, I got caught with a hammer. They tried to catch me with the hammer. I had it tucked. I flushed it. They beat me up. You know, just different little run-ins, arguments between police. They write up a fake ticket. When I did my last Fed bid, because I was Muslim and I was at a gun range, I had Homeland Security on my line. So if I would make
carpet tunnel, all this work in the kitchen. Second bell, cause the nigga ain't listen.